welcome in, my butts and mashers. It is I, of course, NatesLegend. Hello, welcome in. It's the first episode, and we're so excited to be here. I am joined today by, of course, Doodles. Doodles, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Doing well.
How is everybody? How is everybody doing? I'm excited. Dude. The engine is running. I played so many video games during the break. It's been super fun. But enough of me. I want to talk to the other person that's in the show right now because he's great.
Right? We don't want to leave anybody behind. Jay, Mr. Jay
Yo,
Moore, how are you doing today, sir?
I can't complain. It does feel good to be back on the show. This is the first show of the year for us. I
Mm-hmm.
have also played a few games, mostly my usuals, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that later on in the show
The,
because
the
a lot of things have happened.
the whole point of the break was to kind of just take a step back to if that means that you play your old classics and just relax, if it means that you're playing something new, adventuring out there, whatever else, if that's how you relax, do it. That was the whole point of all of this. And also, I want to thank everybody for allowing us to take such a long time away.
Yeah.
Few things happened, so we fixed our camera situation. We fixed a few things from around here. I ended up getting a new job, which also played into the whole time away. But it did give us time here. I wanted to show you guys before we get going too far. So you'll notice behind me, I'm gonna just really move out of the. Oh, that doesn't work so well. You can see them all behind me. We got some button mashing art commissioned. We had controllers on our stand before, and I decided we wanted this instead. But better than that, we also got created here for us
Our
a
own
button mashing plaque.
Fine.
Now, for safety reasons, this one is not getting hung up just yet. My brackets weren't quite big enough. They won't handle
I'll
the weight,
drink to that.
which is fine. So we're gonna get it up there. I should have it up by next week. Ow, as I almost get a sliver. Should have it up by next week. Those are our new signs. It's super exciting. It looks really good once we have it up. I'll post a picture here at the end of the episode so y'all can see. So, yeah, really fun. Oh, also want to make sure that we credit the artist as well. So
Yes.
this is an old coworker of mine. His name is Chris Wilkerson. He sent me his old name as well. I'm not going to worry about it. Chris Wilkerson, he does a lot of different stuff. He also made us I say us, me and Mrs. Legend, a Raspberry Pi Game Boy emulator
Oh,
that
really?
is built in an Altoid can.
Oh,
So it's
those are
literally
fun.
just
I've seen
those
stuff
are
like that. That's
dope.
cool.
it's great. He did it with this 3D printer. He does a lot of cool stuff. So look it up. Chris Wilkerson. He posts all sorts of fun stuff. He also has pictures of this. So, all right.
Thank you
Yeah,
for our
anyway,
new
Chris.
sign, Chris.
huge
Thank
shout out
you.
there.
We love you, brother.
Thank you so much. It turned out so much better. He was awesome as well. Like I had a very specific idea in mind. Like I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to create it, right? I didn't know how to do it, and he listened to every idea I had. The button mashing sign is in neon, so it glows off black light as well, so it looks really clean. It's really well done. So if you get the chance, that was a really fun process, just working with him the entire time. So I'm picky as can be, as if y'all didn't know. So
Well,
anyway,
he did a great job, and I
did.
think it looks really cool.
Anyway, all right, yep, we can continue on. I'm still checking to see. I think it just tore a little bit of skin. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. All right, y'all. Moving on. So, lots of time away, which gave us lots and lots of time to play. I personally played a lot of games. Now, I'm not saying I finished games. I'm saying I played a lot of games. I'm not saying I have enough to even get much of an opinion. Actually, that's a lie. Every single game that I played, I played long enough to get an opinion. I work from home now. I had a lot of time to play different games. So, every game I have an opinion on, but not all of them are going to get their own episode. So, for me, we're just going to kind of breeze past a lot of mine. You guys, on the other hand, you didn't play nearly as many, but you guys got further into games, I'm sure, than I ever did.
Yes.
So how was the break then? What game do you guys want to talk about first? Which one stands out to you?
For me personally, during the break, not only did I get a chance to play games, but something that you've always told us at the end of every show, I got a chance to work a little bit on my mental health. And I noticed that I need to calm down a little bit. So I toned down the amount of gaming that I played during the day. and played more at night so that I can spend more time with my wife and my son.
Good.
But while I was doing that, the games that I was really playing when I was playing with my crew was Call of Duty Pacific, Warzone Pacific.
All right.
Throughout the break, they launched their anti-cheat. And
how was it? How did it work? Is it
there are new developments week by week. The newest one is the cheaters don't get kicked from the match, but their bullets don't do any damage.
Ooh.
So,
wow.
So they're just trolling
that's
at
great.
this point.
Yeah.
Okay, I almost prefer that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So you're thinking you're getting shot up, but you're not really taking any damage. But you shoot them and they die, and the anti-cheat is picking up on that. So that's one of the things that I between things that I was playing, that's what I was playing, which is actually kind of fun because it did happen to me, and I'm pissed because I wanted to record it and throw it up on my channel, like get the last few minutes, but I totally forgot about it. And yeah,
what
I'm
can
like,
you do?
whoa, yeah.
I'd be interested. Like now, I almost want to. I never would. Please don't hold this to face value. But now I almost want to cheat, just so I can see what that's like. I want to know what that like. When does it kick in? When do you know? How do you know? Do you actually know? Does it appear that things are working fine, but just nobody dies? You're still getting those hit markers. Like, oh,
it's just an M60 back massage for everybody.
Exactly.
Even better, can you imagine launching like a rocket launcher? Just the perfect shot at that helicopter that's flying in the air. Giant explosion, and the helicopter just keeps flying, just keeps going. Nothing happens.
Right. Nothing
You're
happens.
Just like, what? All right, I'm here for that. I love the trolling. I'm here for it.
Right.
Doodles, what about you? What else have you played? Have you? What you been up to?
So I got a recommend from a buddy. We started playing Generation Zero, and I never heard of this game before, but I checked it out. It is based in an alternate reality, 1989 Sweden, where robots have pretty much taken over. They're all over. It's a stealth, it's kind of like stealth, but it plays a lot like Fallout, in my opinion. But it is terrifying and super addicting, and the ticks in the game are the worst things ever made. I absolutely hate ticks so much.
I haven't played that one. What type of game is that?
Yeah, I was about to ask, is that MMO?
So it's an FPS, but you are doing a lot of looting to find stuff and materials. So it feels like kind of feels like a PUBG where like more of a story game instead of like PUBG's like being a battle royale. It feels like PUBG in just like there's a story.
Okay, right. I could do that. My problem with battle royales is, of course, you just kind of pop in and then you die and then the game's over. So
and then you start over. Yeah,
so
that's kind of my opinion too.
More of a story would not necessarily be a bad thing. Like if that's the type of vibe that you get is PUBG with a story, I could be here for that.
With huge robots that you're fighting, so it's super awesome. Like the robots are terrifying. There's like these giant tanks that are like they're big. They're as big as buildings. It's insane.
Okay. All right, I'm here for it. Yeah, I'll have to look into some gameplay on that one. Is it so when you say like PUBG-esque, are you actually like having to? We're gonna slow my brain down for a second. Are you scavenging a lot for everything? Like, are you low on ammo a lot, or is it one that just kind of?
You know what's funny? That's kind of the selling point. The selling point is you're going to be low on ammo, so you should hold it. But it's not really the case at all for me, at least. But then again, I haven't been playing on the super hard difficulty, so I might have more resources. But yeah, no, there's plenty of ammo. My main issue with this game has been storage, because you can only carry a certain amount of weight. And then there's a drop box that you can have in all of your safe houses, that all of your items will go to every safe house, but that can only maintain a certain amount of weight too. And I found that to be really frustrating. So instead of hoarding all the ammo, I've picked like 2 or 3 types of ammo that I will keep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have to look into that one then, because that sounds fun. Is there any multiplayer available for that, or is it?
Oh yeah. I played strictly multiplayer on it.
Cool.
Like it's been me and my buddy Kiwi on it. It's been cool.
Dope. I'd be down for that. That'd be really fun. I've taken a whole different, like y'all are, very first person shooter this time around. I've took a whole different role. I've been playing a lot of Phoenix, Immortal Phoenix Rising. Slight different. It is
I noticed
more
you
of your
playing.
RPG.
I noticed you playing that. What is
Oh,
that
a
like?
lot. Yeah. It is a fun game. It is not okay. So first thing I have to point out, this is basically spin-off of Assassin's Creed. Like it's not Assassin's Creed, but like it's the same vibe that you get while wandering the world, right? But it's very cartoony and very mythological. It's based off of Greek mythology. So as you're wandering, like the beasts you're going after minotaurs and all sorts of fun stuff. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna be honest, I probably took a whole like tangent in there from what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying halfway through.
I've seen a little bit of gameplay from it. I've been wanting to call it Greek Souls. Because
a little bit, yeah. Like it honestly feels like a kind of a mix between Dark Souls and Assassin's Creed. Like it's really interesting. It's third person. It's a lot of fun. I am absolutely enjoying it. I don't know. It's not. I'm not obsessed over it like I did Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which by the way I looked into. I 289 hours on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I haven't played it in a long time because it was a problem for a long time. I put that much in, like just boom, 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 289 hours. I'm only at like 50, 60 hours in this game. So like, it's not as obsessive as the other ones. I'm actually almost done with this game. I have basically one more challenge to kind of go through and then I'm done. So it was worth every moment of it, but you're not going to be spending hundreds and hundreds of hours in here at the same time. So, yeah, you guys probably definitely noticed because it's been an obsession of mine lately. It's been fun. So highly recommended, especially for you Doodles. I know you like Greek mythology, don't you?
Oh, big fan. It's one of some of my favorite stuff. I was huge into the Percy Jackson series growing up, so I've like, and I know that's not like the most accurate portrayal, but like it was my introduction.
No, but did you heard about the new Disney? I think I sent it to you because I knew this about you. New Disney Plus TV show.
I read about it too.
Yeah,
Percy Jackson. I was about to say.
Yeah, they better not mess this one up. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not
they messed up. You know what? They messed up the second movie. The first one was really good, but the second movie, I wasn't feeling it as much.
I'm just upset because it betrayed the storyline. They went way out of storyline, and it was a bummer. Completely. They had the perfect casting with Luke Lehrman as Percy. He was great.
Exactly.
And I loved the casting for pretty much everyone in that movie, but the story was the problem.
Y'all,
I hope they bring the original cast back. I hope they do.
That would be cool.
I grew up reading Aragon. If that,
I just finished.
If we want to talk movie to book ratio, Aragon.
I hear it.
Have you guys ever actually watched Aragon? I know we're like so far off of where we were. Did you guys? Oh my goodness, it's terrible. Jeremy Irons is in it, and it had every chance to be good, and it is so bad. So bad.
Oh,
anyway, I digress.
Pierce Brosnan. Anyways.
All right. What else did you guys play? Now, I mean, I think all of us kind of played a little bit at least. Did y'all get a chance to play Halo Infinite?
No, I didn't. I haven't been on Xbox.
No, I have not. And the reason why is because my wife is currently using the Xbox as we speak. Whenever she's on it, I don't really bother her. But I did make a discovery, though.
Oh?
My wife is thinking about getting into gaming herself. And I said, yes. There's a reason why I made you.
There it is. As we get further in this list, we're going to talk about spouses here in just a few moments as well, because Doodles, you and I texted a lot about this one, so we'll get there in a few moments. But nonetheless, so no Halo Infinite. Neither of you?
Not for me, no.
No, but right. I have been reading the reviews on it, and so far I've been hearing nothing but great things.
It was so good. Okay, not in the standard sense of like, oh, I played this and it was so good and it was amazing and it was great. Like I went back and I would replay the crap out of that. Like it has uber replayability. It's a great storyline. It's flawed. We'll get there in a second, but it was definitely worth the playthrough. It is absolutely fantastic. My issue with it is at the end of the campaign, I was still slightly confused about what was going on, to the point that I went back, and this was another game that I played. I threw it on easy, and I powered through it in 7 hours. I went back and replayed Halo 5 because I still wasn't. I thought that I was missing something. Like there was still something that wasn't clicking about the campaign and the story that they were telling me. Like I feel like I'm still missing something, and that could be a good thing. That could mean that they're adding more on, and that it's going to be answered in later DLCs. But at the same time, like I shouldn't be feeling like this after the main campaign, when like there's a disconnect here. So that's my only real complaint with it. Other than that, it was fun gameplay.
That's awesome.
So
I just did I could see that. I played through the Kingdom Hearts series and I had similar issues, like due to the fact that the stories made little to no sense. But it's fine. Right? It's fine. Like, fun games. They're great games. I don't want to get these enemies, but like just the stories were very confusing. I just did the math because you mentioned how many hours you were on Assassin's Creed 4, and it made me curious to see how much time I spent on Dark Souls 3. I added up all the hours. That was what I was just doing on my phone. Through all of my characters, it's a grand total of 429 hours on this game. And
damn.
I just discovered yesterday that there's a shortcut to the Osiris fight. I'm still learning new things. I'm really dumb, but it's great. I love the game.
Apparently. So, Doodles, here's what I want to know between you and me. Between just the sheer number, not a competition in any way, shape, or form. But of course. I want to see, and it's not. Oh, I will point out. I'm just gonna preface everything first here before I actually say this. One, it's not possible to get this number, and I can tell you why, but it's not possible to get the number. I want to know how many hours of Diablo 3 you and I have put in. Between the 4 different consoles that I have played that stupid game on, and I bet I could put a fifth if I put it on my PS5. Between the 4 different consoles that I've played that on, I want to know, but I almost don't want to know how many hours.
I bet it easily doubles my Dark Souls time. I bet it easily doubles my Dark Souls time. I don't know, man. We spent so much time on Diablo. It is ridiculous.
That gets me wondering.
I could look at it on my PlayStation, but I'd have to download it again, and I don't even want to do that right now.
Well, and it's possible to get it for we could ultimately add it up, but they don't let you combine the old stats with the new ones anymore. Once they changed over for PS4, or Xbox One, whatever it was, it made it so that basically it nullified everything, and you cannot find those numbers anymore. So there's that fun fact for you. All right, so Halo, what else? What else did you guys spend some time on? I know at least Doodles has another game. Jay, I know you do.
Yes, I played Destiny. Because the new season for Destiny, the new season and expansion is coming out on February 22nd.
And yes. This is what I'm actually kind of excited for. There's been a lot of hype surrounding the Witch Queen DLC that's coming out, so I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Do you know what all it entails? What all it's bringing?
It's. I'll be right back. I will answer your question.
We will return to you.
I will be right back.
No problem. All right. That said, here we're gonna Doodles. You know where where it falls. Then you know who's getting asked next. What else have you played? Let's break another one of yours down, sir.
Yeah, sure. So you remember when I first got my PS5 and I loved to rub in people's faces that I was playing mobile games on it?
Yeah.
I found another mobile game and I've been playing it.
Oh, what are you playing? All right, what you playing?
I don't know if it's actually a mobile game, but it plays just like one. Clicker Heroes. It's I just hit square nonstop while I watch Shippuden with my wife, and it's been a really fun way to just play video games and watch TV. I've been playing Clicker Heroes. That one's not worth saying much about, but I did play and beat Dying Light finally, and I've just started the following expansion, which has been fun. Dying Light was a huge pain, but fortunately I had a friend that had some high-level weapon that he gave me early on, and I was able to go through the game with it. And well, not the whole game, but a good part of it, because you can't keep repairing after a certain point, which is a very annoying function. You can only repair it, like, depending on the quality of weapon, you can only repair it like up to like 4 or 5 times. Very annoying.
Yeah, that seems really annoying.
But in the following expansion, you get dune buggies, so it's like it's pretty sweet. It's still fun. I like it.
I love
it's a
it.
good game.
As long as you're enjoying it, that's the important part, right? Like, no game is going to be perfect, and I think that's the part that, especially people complaining about Halo Infinite multiplayer, or Cyberpunk, or any of these other games that are coming out. Like, no game is going to be perfect as long as the developers try. Like, again, I'm not siding with any. I'm not saying that the games are right to do the things that they're doing to us right now. Infinite. But I'm sorry, how is it okay, I know they've kind of fixed the prices, but I'm still bitter. Like, how did you think that we would be okay? Anyway, all right, guys, moving on. Okay, so Jay, let's revisit. So Destiny, we have the new expansion coming out. Do you know what all it entails?
Hold on, guys, I gotta really quick, I gotta do.
Oh yeah, do it.
We're rewinding, right? That's what it's at?
Rewinding.
Okay,
yeah,
rewind.
let me just do an auditory puke in everyone's ear real quick. Okay, do the thing. I'm done. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, hey.
Oh my goodness, no. All right, Jay. You're good. You're good. Jay, go ahead.
With Destiny, the Witch Queen, we get a whole slew of new things that they are going to introduce. They're going to be sunsetting some weapons, bringing some weapons from Destiny 1 back. Ooh. They're introducing weapon crafting, where you can craft your own weapons, your own perks, your own masterworks, all sorts of stuff. The enemies are going to have certain abilities that will make them regenerate, just like Guardians do. The whole storyline itself, it technically, what the Witch Queen is, what I feel it is Destiny 3. Regardless, I feel like there is going to be a Destiny 3, especially with the news that we got last week.
We'll cover the news here, and I know exactly what we all know what you're referring to. We are going to talk about that in depth here in a moment. That is a very interesting point, though. You make a very valid point.
And so far it's getting good. Their anti-cheat, whatever anti-cheat they're using, seems to be somewhat okay. You still get those sweats, but most of those sweats, and no offense to anybody out there, but that's mostly PC players. Because I only say that because it's easy for them to lock on. They don't really have aim assist, but they have a mouse. You know what I'm saying? And
you do have more precision with a mouse,
right?
You always
and
do.
I'm just sitting here, using my thumb. Now, that's not to take credit away from all mouse and keyboard players. I shouldn't actually say PC. I should say mouse and keyboard players compared to,
because Xbox will let you use those now.
Right, exactly.
Well,
So that's why I'm just like, it's hard for me to kind of get a lock on these guys when they're jumping around and doing the hippity hoppity hoo. And
you do have more precision with a mouse,
right? And hard for me to kind of
excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're good. We have some feedback there.
Yeah, I was like, I hear myself, but I don't see Jesus in here with me.
Oh no, I don't see myself talking. I work from home and haven't left the house in like 2 months, and I thought I was hearing voices again.
He said my precious.
All right. Fair enough. I'm really
so
excited.
Far, overall, it's good. Overall, I think it's going to be a great launch. I'm glad that they expanded, because the Witch Queen was supposed to drop yesterday. But it was supposed to come out February 4th. That was when the expansion was supposed to go live, but they pushed it back to the 22nd.
Okay, but that's all twos. Nothing wrong with that.
Right, I think they had good reason to do what they did. So
Especially if they knew that this was actually coming. Like,
I don't even think they knew.
Which we'll talk about, again in a sec. But yeah. Interesting. All right, fair enough. Well, I appreciate that. I'll throw another couple games out here just because I want to get through. Again, I've played a lot of them. So I also played The Gunk. This is available on Game Pass if you get the opportunity. Two explorers land on an island. It's full of this gunk stuff. You have to clear the gunk, and I was casually playing it for a little while, and then it suddenly takes a turn, and it gets really good really quickly. And I like to have multiple games going at a time, just kind of, if you want to switch things up, and you never want to get stale on a game. But this is one that I need that will actually be replacing the Phoenix Void. This is one I want to make sure I can give my full attention to. It got real good real quick. Like all of a sudden you just round a corner and it's just like boom in your face. It's great and I love it. So that one is another I had a chance to. I also had a chance to play Hot Wheels as well. And if you guys need a game, all right. So I was literally looking for a game that was Rocket League that wasn't Rocket League. Okay, that was the whole point. And I didn't want just another racing game. I wanted like a Rocket League racing game. And this one fits most of that bill. Like it's good. I recommend it. I still play on easy because anything above easy is just fucking ridiculous. It is so ridiculously difficult to win on anything above easy. Like, it's hard. So it has its problems. It may just be the mode I'm playing. Yeah. Anyway, does anybody else want to try to take over on a game? Anybody else have a game they want to talk about that they played? Because I have a couple more that we can kind of cover real quick and move on to our.
I jumped back into Overwatch.
You did. Oh no!
Yeah, I played 4 rounds. It's toxic again.
Is it still toxic again or still
bad? It's still bad. But you know what? It's fun. It's fun. But the problem is it's sweaty is all hell. It's so bad. People go way too hard on that game. But I don't know, man. I love May. She's amazing, and she's my favorite.
I hope there comes a time I can play that again. Keep going.
I'm the worst teammate. I'm the worst teammate. I will block you all in the spawn zone. I don't give 0 fucks. I love it. It's my favorite shit.
In other words, to enjoy Overwatch, you have to be toxic, is what it is.
I'm on the other team at this point because they're kicking my ass. I'm just gonna jump on their side. No, actually, no. It's you know what? I gotta rewind that back. But you know what? Honestly, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing it, but I do have to cap myself after a few games because otherwise I'm gonna get pissed because it is a very infuriating game after a while. But yeah, no, I like it.
All right, all right.
Bastion,
I want Overwatch 2. Like when they start releasing stuff about that, then we'll talk. But until then, I think everything at Activision Blizzard is a scam right now. So, anyway, Jay, what were you gonna say?
I actually decided that I'm going to get back into a game I haven't played in almost 2 years, and believe it or not, I didn't finish it. And it's Need for Speed Heat. I want to see what that's like running on the PS5 engine instead of the PS4.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I want to see what it's like, but I gotta get back. Yeah. I gotta find that element of racing that I'm used to because I'm mostly a race car game player and an FPS shooter. FPS game.
Fair enough.
So I lost that, man. And there's nothing wrong with going back to some of the games you have, like playing Batman again. Like I'm thinking about going back and beating Arkham City all over again. Even though I got 100% on the game on PS3, I'm thinking about doing that again.
I play them like once a year if I can. Like,
right? Yeah. But I mean,
I want on easy and just enjoy the game for a little bit. Screw it. Who cares? Beat the game in a night.
It's these little things that kind of help you. Like you said at the end of every show, with our mental health, it helps me. It helps remind me exactly who I am and what I do. I'm a nerd. Okay, I play games, I watch anime, and I watch cartoons minus whatever the hell my boy wants to watch on the TV, which is literally nothing. But these are the things that I don't want to forget as I get older. I'm 35. Soon I'll be 65. I don't want to forget that, Doodle has green hair and that Nate's hair was purple and blue at one point. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to forget who I am, which is why I don't mind going back to playing some of the old games.
Love it.
I agree 100%.
That's why I love remasters. Keep going, Doodle. Keep going, Doodle.
I fell out of FPSs really hard for a while, and it's been interesting with Generation Zero and jumping back into Overwatch, because it's gotten me back into something that I haven't been into since my MW3 days,
Right.
And honestly, I'm waiting for the remaster. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I hope it does.
Dude, they need to bring back that remaster. Yeah, they need to bring back that.
They did it with the
whole
first
game.
two.
So good.
I want the remaster, and you know what? Screw it. Give me the whole new story. You know what? Just continue the whole Modern Warfare recreation line. Do them all again, but give me the remaster first.
Yeah, they're doing amazing stuff with the new storyline. I'm excited for that as well.
Right. Same. But that is part of the news which Nate is going to cover. So
yeah, well, we're gonna talk about. I ain't covering shit today.
We might say something.
I don't even have a script. I literally wrote out my list of here are the games I played while we were away. I don't have any plans for this episode. Let's go. Who cares?
Fair enough.
I just missed you guys. Okay, stop hitting on my show.
Doctor, I caught a serious case of missing the boys.
Serious case.
But yeah, no, I get that. But my main thing lately has been RPGs. As you guys know, I've played through Dark Souls 3 again, and I'm gonna beat that. I'm in the middle of beating Dark Souls 3 and 2 right now, and I just reinstalled 1 because my buddy downloaded it and he wants to play it. So I'm going through all the Dark Souls again. You know what? Screw it. I'm probably gonna play Bloodborne next. I'm just waiting for Elden Ring.
Download Bloodborne because we talked about playing together, and then you're like, that's maybe not the best one to start on. So I still have it downloaded, but I don't think we're gonna start on that one. But
we can. I'm still down to take you through it, but it's like I said, it's a.
I gotta get the other ones. I gotta get the other ones. Let me get the other ones first, and then we'll talk. They're just Don't
worry about 1 or 2.
Just get 3. Just get 3.
We'll play it.
Okay.
It's so fun.
I can do that. 3. I can do that.
Yeah.
We can do a Dark Souls 3 run.
Then
I'm down.
And then when you fall in love with it, then you can buy 2 and 1 and play I'm going to trigger a bunch of people, the inferior Dark Souls games. You can play those ones after. He said it. Dark Souls Remastered is a what? Masterpiece.
No. Are you guys ready for blasphemy? Are you guys ready to hate me? I'm going to get people turning off the show because of what I am about to say, but it's going to continue our conversation for a second. I, during the break, had the opportunity to play the Mass Effect remaster.
Hey.
You're going to get J-Mad.
Fucking hate these games so much.
Don't say it.
I hate them so much. I have tried 4 times. 4 times. I posted, no, y'all. I posted on Facebook.
Let him finish.
Specifically saying, hey guys, how long do you give a game before you realize it's not for you?
That is true.
He
did post that.
I got an answer of an hour, okay? I gave each of these games 2 hours each, and I cannot do it. I hate them so much. I hate them.
All right. So defense, rebuttal.
Yeah, it is okay because here's my thing. The game is not for everybody. It has a certain dynamic, but if you can just push through as long as you can to get to certain points, then you'll understand. But it does take time. This game is like The Witcher 3. You know what I mean?
That's another one I played while we were away.
I can't tell you how frustrating that. I mean, how do you get 100% on a game that literally takes 6 years after the damn game is done for you to beat? That's insane how much content is in that game, and I can see why it got Game of the Year. But still,
that
6 years.
That is another one that I had the chance to play, mostly because I was watching the TV shows. So I'm like, you know what? I need more. Like, I powered through the first season, finally figured out what was going on. If you haven't seen the show, it just power through the first season. Season 2 is wonderful. So I'm like, I need more. I need just like pump it in my veins. Let's go. I need The Witcher. And then I started playing, and I'm like, I have to revisit this because if I don't, these controls are gonna make me go crazy. Like for real. I'm gonna remove Doodles for a moment as he has requested a leave. We are, but that like I said, like the controls are
not
hard.
for everybody.
I want to love it. I want to like it. I want. But why is it so hard to jump up a cliff?
It has its moments. That's mostly in Mass Effect 1. I know what you're talking about.
Well, no, not Mass Effect. Sorry, I tangented onto The Witcher at this point. Mass Effect, not a fan of The Witcher. I'm enjoying this story, so I got all the way through. I at least got to the Griffin before I'm like, okay, I need to set this down and revisit it later. Like, I just need it's good.
Your frustration level is about to just climb tenfold.
No, okay, but here's my other issue.
This ain't the TV show, unfortunately.
We talked about it for a second. Assassin's Creed. I put too many hours in too quickly, burned myself out, and I'm gotta be honest, playing The Witcher gave me major Assassin's Creed Valhalla vibes. They play very similarly. They look very similar. And I think that's another reason why I had to step away for at least a few moments, because it's I want to like those so badly. I really do. Both really Mass Effect and The Witcher. I want to like them so badly, and I don't see it happening with the Mass Effect. If we can get a TV show or a movie that I know Henry Cavill is asking for, if we can get that,
I think that's gonna come pretty soon. Honestly,
I'm hoping for it, but until that time, I'm struggling with those two. I do have so I have 3 more games, and then we're gonna move on. I promise. 3 more games.
All right.
The first one I'm gonna bring up because we have Doodles here. We're gonna switch the two of you. I don't know why, but that drove me nuts that you were not in the same spots. Yeah, not even I don't. If you would have started out in opposite areas, that'd have been.
You're in your assigned seat.
You need to be in your
assigned seats.
Yes. All right. Welcome back, Doodles, because we're gonna talk about one game that I also had to put down, and I kind of mentioned it back to you why I had to put it down. I had to put down Spider-Man Miles Morales. I started it. I picked it up. I had to play it. I had to put it down. I had to do it. And here's why. It's literally only one reason, because I was enjoying the ever-living hell out of it. Only one reason. In Phoenix, dodge is square. In Spider-Man, dodge is circle. And I could not, while playing Phoenix, could not get my brain to work for Spider-Man correctly. So literally as soon as I'm done with that, we can talk.
Why character not do the hop? Why character not hop?
He just kind of bounces. I don't just say he's not moving. Yeah.
Why is he punching? Why is he not roll?
But I did get through. I was able to get through. I got through the AR. I'm having some fun with it. It plays ever so slightly different, but I would say it's definitely an improvement on Spider-Man. I would say it is. I haven't played the story yet though, so we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah, I have contrasting views on this.
We are gonna have to. We're gonna have to do this as a part of another episode, because
I'm waiting.
Opinions. Doodles, go.
I'm waiting. The gameplay and the story have two different opinions for me, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Very fair. Very fair. I look forward to being able to get through that one. That is definitely on my list.
Yep. But I love the game. As far as a whole, the gameplay is amazing. So I mean, there you go.
Power-ups are dope.
They are really cool.
Okay, last 2. My wife and I decided that we wanted to play games together, more together, and because she usually plays on one system, so I'm watching her play Spyro right now, and I'm usually playing on. What was that?
This
You know what I'm
is the
talking about now,
recommend.
don't you?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we decided that we want to play together. We tried Battletoads.
Okay.
No.
How was
Really?
Battletoads?
How was BT?
There were some parts of the game that were really fun. There were some challenges, some maps, whatever else that were awesome, and others that were just garbage. We had to basically skip them because they eventually, if you die enough, you eventually just get to go invincible and you just power through it. We had to do that for more than we didn't because it was just ridiculous. And I don't know if it's because we're bad or if it was just not giving it enough time, but we'd get stuck on a challenge for 20-25 minutes and we're finally just like, okay, we're done. Like, this is not fun anymore. So we played for, we got a few weeks in of playing, probably a good 8 hours before we're, not 8 hours, my brain's on work, guys. We got like 4 or 5 hours in before we're finally just like, okay, this is enough. And we switched over. And I'm sorry.
To the game of the year?
Game of the freaking year.
Game of the year.
Holy shit, that game was so good. How was that
goaty,
game so good?
You giving it the goaty?
Oh, yes.
It deserves it.
This is a game, like, there are a few games that you just, you finish playing and you're just like, oh my god, that is a Game of the Year contender. Like, you just know that is up for Game of the Year. God of War was like that. This one is like that. It was so good. You just finish it and you just feel so accomplished. Doodles, go.
You look at games being Game of the Year potentially for new things that they bring to the table. It Takes Two is Game of the Year because it revisits what makes games so great. It makes it is a couch co-op. It is playing games with someone you care about, and it brings back the bond that you lose in online gaming. I mean, you can play it online, fine, but playing a game with my wife, it was one of the greatest things that I've been able to do, aside from Overwatch, where we just yell at the TV.
But you're playing on opposite TVs. Like, even if you're in chat together, like, there are so few couch co-ops, local multiplayer options that are not some form of like platformer or some basic game. I mean, even Diablo is barely pushing the limits. Like, with their
this
multiplayer.
whole thing reminds me of Xbox 360 and actually Xbox in general with LAN parties.
Yeah, just back in the day, LAN parties.
Like back in the day, LAN parties were like that. I mean,
this is that, in my opinion, and it's been great to be able to sit with like someone and play this game, and it's a great experience. I want to see more games like this. Hopefully, manufacturers, game studios, developers right now are taking note, because It Takes Two won for a reason. It was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had in gaming in years. So that's my opinion.
Even knowing what's going to happen. Like, at the end of the day, you knew exactly how the story was going to end. Oh, excuse me, y'all, as you get to see my phone's wallpaper. Boop, boop.
Is that a bunch of forks? No, I'm just kidding.
That's going to be a problem, y'all. We're going to have to figure that thing out. Ugh!
One more thing.
One more thing to deal with.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. Okay, but yes, It Takes Two, shining example of why we need more local multiplayer games. It was by far the most fun I've had playing a video game in a very long time. And, like I said, my wife and I enjoy playing games together, but this was otherworldly. So I thought that was a great game to kind of, end our discussion on, because there was so much that happened while we were away.
Yes, there was.
Y'all. Okay, let's officially get into what happened while we were. So we talked about what we played, but what about what happened while we were away? I'm going to start with the big one, the most important thing that happened the entire time while we were away, and that is that God of War is now on PC.
Oh, I thought you were going to...
Praise be.
I love it. I love it too, but I thought you were gonna lead with Xbox buying the planet.
I know. That's what everyone thought I was gonna lead with.
Yeah.
But God of War.
But you know what? Let's talk about God of War on PC for a minute.
Right. No, we'll get to those momentarily. I wanted to point out. Can we just acknowledge the fact that this port went so unbelievably smoothly? Like, have you heard one complaint about God of War running on a computer right now?
Nope.
Like, or that, like,
No.
oh, something is broken, or
Not
textures.
one.
Not one.
Not
this was
one.
such a smooth port. I love it so much.
And it seemed like didn't matter what graphics card you're using, you were still gonna get good rendering, regardless of what graphics card you had. And that in itself is amazing. And
honestly,
I'm excited to see some of the clips that come out over it.
I think so. I think Sony did a good job in releasing it the way they did on PC. So
yes, I agree, Jay. Doodle, speaking of clips, have you by any chance seen any of the clips of any of the mods that people are doing to God of War?
No, but now I'm gonna be searching.
Look them up; they're so good. Someone put Kratos model on an ogre, so it was Kratos fighting Kratos. Like,
okay,
so good.
Is it Thomas the Train Engine on Skyrim level good?
It's okay.
I want to fight Thomas the Train in God of War.
Few differences that I have seen in them. With Skyrim, they've modded the entire thing to look completely different. With God of War, they tend to play with the character models, so the characters just look different. At least so far. I'm sure we'll get there. We will get to the point Skyrim is, but Skyrim has, a 10-year advantage or 20-year advantage because that one released in 1922.
Yeah,
so.
Respect for the people in Skyrim making a game last over a century, guys. It's really awesome.
They are shooting for game of the century, and if they release it every year, it's always up for contention.
Which version of Skyrim did you buy? Did you buy the 2016 collectors or the 2022 collectors? Did you buy the 2023? Because it's even better. Yeah. Skyrim and Cyberpunk team up for Skyrim 76.
I feel like we're swinging at low-hanging fruit, but at the same time, it's just ridiculous.
Well, don't make it so easy. All right, that's all I'm saying.
More PlayStation news. Let's keep it rolling.
Actually, really quick.
Yeah,
I started playing Skyrim again. It's worth it. Are you
gonna platinum it? Gonna beat it all?
No, I'm not gonna platinum it.
God,
that's
another one that takes 6 years to beat after.
I have a job, literally, man. I can't do that.
Shit, if I could platinum Skyrim,
I was playing Skyrim, and I almost I spent more time with Skyrim than my girlfriend at the time.
To be fair, if I'm remembering the girlfriend that it was, you were right to do so.
No, it's my now wife.
So then it's not. How did you get her to marry you after that?
Because I don't know, man. She's a saint. She's such a nice lady. I don't deserve her.
Great. We love Mrs.
She dealt with. Hey, if you can't handle me at my Skyrim.
He's got a point.
Doodles, I need you to remember that I've handled you at both your Overwatch and Rocket League. You don't get to talk to me about your Skyrim.
That's fair. That is fair. Those are two very toxic versions of myself.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Because we have bigger news to talk about. Also, hey, fun fact, guys. Discord has officially launched on PlayStation. It's kind of in a beta thing, blah, blah, blah. But hey, fun fact for you. And then also, did you guys see the Halo TV series preview?
On Paramount Plus, and it looks awesome. You see how dope they made Master Chief look. Holy shit. Yes.
I might buy Paramount Plus, but I'm mostly doing it for the South Park post-COVID episode. But I'll check that out too.
Hey, you know what? Okay. If you get Paramount Plus, do the week trial or the 7-day, 14-day trial, whatever it is. Binge watch whatever the fuck you need to binge watch, but do it when Halo comes out.
Hey, Jay,
yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. Yeah,
that trailer looks like garbage.
It might look like garbage, but I enjoyed seeing it, and I'm interested to see how they're going to do Master Chief.
So here's some things that you need to know going into this, and then I think you'll understand why I say that. This is in an alternate dimension. Chief is not a part of Blue Team. He's a part of Silver's team, squad, whatever. It's
There we go.
This is fun. Why is this a thing? All right.
A fun thing. It's a fun thing. I'm enjoying this.
Right?
Yep.
And then
Y'all having fun
Halo,
watching me
and then
struggle?
the Halo is doing more Halo stuff. Hey, Warthogs, is that still a thing?
What was I
Did
saying?
Needler that in? I don't remember.
What were we saying?
Now that we're actually on the whole Halo topic, recently Bungie celebrated their 30th anniversary collector's pack, and they actually threw some Halo weapons inside of Destiny 2, which was dope.
That's kind of cool. I'm sure that
really cool.
they can work something out. But anyway, Halo the TV series for a second here. So Cortana's not blue, which feels wrong. Everything just feels wrong. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Everything feels just wrong. Like, have you ever looked at? You know what Uncanny Valley is? When you look at something and you know it's not real. Like it's not right.
It's so close to looking like a real thing, but it's not, so it scares you.
That's what I get with this trailer. Everything.
That's what I get with Sophie the AI, but yeah. I get that.
So I don't know. That's just me. I hope that they do something with it, but please keep in mind this story is not canon. This is not an actual story. This is them just doing their own kind of thing. So keep that in mind as you go.
Yeah, real quick. Since Sophie is an AI and she knows that I just said that, I love you. I didn't mean it. I was just kidding before. You're beautiful.
Right. You are very nice, Nate. You are very nice.
We have 2 more topics to talk about.
We do.
Y'all wanna guess what those 2 topics are?
Yes, I already know what they are.
Y'all already know what they are. Let's start with what
I guessed one of them.
Let's start the one that happened first.
You okay, Nate?
Yeah, I just about dropped my all of it's secure and everything, you know. I just kicked it a lot.
We should start with the first one. The first one
that happened first. Y'all, in a $70 billion acquisition, Xbox has officially purchased the planet.
Yep.
That's, I mean, guys, this is not... Okay. Less than a week later, PlayStation then goes out and purchases Bungie. Now... Y'all, this is not a console war at this point in time.
No.
This is a content war. At this point, the only thing that's going to make you go to that console, that's going to make you go to this one or that one, is the fact that they have exclusives. And that is, in my personal, I'm going to say humble, but, you know, I'll get off my soapbox in a second, is bullshit. That is such a like that. It's my I know that's a terrible opinion to have, but what the hell?
All I can say is Phil Spencer threw down the gauntlet when he bought Activision.
Doodles, is that what you would call that, throwing down the gauntlet?
I would say throwing down the gauntlet, man, because the man just bought a company that I personally don't feel is worth $70 billion.
No, they're absolutely not. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's my entire opinion on purchasing of Activision Blizzard. I would bet money that the entire reason of doing it is so that Phil Spencer can kick Bobby Kotick out. That's it. I'll bet that was a $70 billion resignation is what that is right there.
My opinion. And it is so broken at this point.
Do it. No,
I was Xbox like 10 years ago. I was Xbox, and then when it came up to get a new console, Sony dropped Spider-Man. What was that? 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
2018, I think. 2017, 2018.
Okay, so it wasn't 10 years ago. It feels like it, but 2017, I bought a PS4 because Sony's stranglehold on Spider-Man. Right? And I came back to Sony. I love PlayStation, whatever. But now I'm like, you're gonna just buy everything. All the Xbox fans back in the day were just like, oh yeah, but PlayStation's toxic with those exclusives, bro. And then Xbox turns around, buys everything.
Yeah.
They bought Candy Crush, man.
Literal, yeah, Candy
Fucking
Crush.
Candy Crush. All right.
So
That's my whole
here's
deal.
a couple key points I want to make about all of this. So at least things that I noticed that I feel are important to keep track of. First off, so PlayStation had to basically beg Xbox to come out and say, "Hey, these games are going to remain as multiplayer." And then the statement that they release is not just oh yeah, we plan to keep these as multiplayer. It's through the end of the contract, which very clearly implies, at least I'm going to infer it, that at the end of the contract, it's over. They're going to be exclusives. That's just how it's going to work from now on. Whereas the moment that PlayStation purchased Bungie, the first thing they did was release a statement, a secondary statement that said, by the way, we plan to keep this completely multi-platform. We do not plan to make any changes. This was not, an exclusivity thing. So to me, at least PlayStation's trying to come out and say something and like, hey, we want to keep this for everybody. But I feel like Xbox is going to be that dick that just decides that, nope, this is ours now, and it's on the Game Pass, and if you want this, then at PlayStation, you're going to have to put Game Pass on the PlayStation or suck it up. Like, I feel like they're going to put a throttle hold on it. And I'm just being cynical and ranting at this point in time, but that's
we'll see what happens.
Maybe
they go with the trend, which lately has been crossplay. So maybe they keep it going and they keep the neutral we are Sweden deal going.
Yeah. And I kind of see where you're going with that, Nate, because both Call of Duty and Destiny 2 are now cross-platform. Well, Destiny 2 is now cross-platform, but before, Activision was kind of like the leader in cross-generation gameplay. So
Overwatch 2 has not necessarily been officially announced for one or the other. How do we know that's not going to be? Do they have a contract to the point that is Overwatch 2 going to be an Xbox exclusive now?
But isn't Overwatch? Oh wait, no, that's Activision. I'm sitting there thinking that was
Activision. Yeah, that's Xbox.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought that whole act. I mean, I thought Overwatch was Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Yeah,
I'm wrong on that, so that's my fault.
You're good.
Sorry about that, everybody. I forgot.
We will never forgive you. It was terrible. I don't know.
I feel like we're being a bit cynical. I truly believe that at the end of the day, the Xbox and PlayStation just want what's best for gamers, but at the same time, you got to be careful about the way that you're going about it. It's you're treading a very thin line. Yeah. And if it goes to all exclusivity, I'm pirating things. I don't give a anymore.
Yeah. But let's put it this way: people, it's scary. There's a lot of things that we don't know about yet. So we can't say for sure that this is a power grab and they're just grabbing these IPs.
That's a
and
valid
point. Keep them
exclusive.
But at the end of the day, it is scary. Yeah. But like I said, trend lately has been crossplay. Everybody play with each other, have fun. Play games with your friends.
Can I throw a scenario in your guys' head?
Oh,
what if this is a collaboration between both Microsoft and Sony to try to give a little bit more power back to the actual developers, the creators, the workers, instead of making it more of like how EA is running things? You know what I mean? What if they're trying to do something like that, a collaborative effort? Because if you remember correctly, on some of these articles, you hear Sony, you hear Xbox, you hear Nintendo going after Bobby Kotick and everything that's been going on with that. So what if this is an effort to try to bring more power back to the developers toward the employees to give them more creative control in getting out games that people love and enjoy?
Although I understand where you're coming from with that, I don't think the evidence is there personally. I feel they're going more the route of Nintendo. Oh my goodness. Y'all, we're going to have to figure something out. I hit the wrong one too. Y'all, okay. We're going to have to wrap things up here shortly. Luckily, this is our last topic, but I'm hoping that won't happen again here. I just feel like they're going to go the way of Nintendo, which is, exclusivity. we haven't thrown Nintendo into this whole conversation this entire time because they're basically already there. They're they're not making.
They are
this
a bit of an
change, so
island.
what?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are a bit of an island. Not
And we give them a pass, and I don't think that's fair.
I don't know. So like the thing is they were first at the plate, man. Like so that's they have their IPs and they've been around forever and like they have dedicated fans and like it is what it is. You can't like how are we gonna like say that Super Mario and Zelda and Bomberman, you know, like or like I don't know, how are we not gonna like I don't know. Zelda's, I mean, Nintendo's earned their spot, but I do feel like we should cover more of their stuff eventually.
You're right.
You know what? I'm gonna. Sorry, I just thought of something. And why I think I might be so bitter towards Xbox and the way that they're going with potential or the way they're wording things. The fact that they have specifically can quote them, basically saying we don't care if you're playing on an Xbox. We care that you're a part of the Xbox world or something along those lines. And in my mind, if you own a developer and you actually want people to be a part of this Xbox world, put it on every platform. Like that's what that says to me, is that you're just going to make it as available as possible, and then you turn around and you're coming back with this like, hey, we're going to be this is just ours now. Like,
well, dude, pretty soon we're going to be in Ready Player One, where everyone hops into an Animus and plays games.
That's what Meta's trying to do. It's gross.
Let's do this, because I would be down for that.
I'm ready to end up in the plot of Sword Art Online. Let's go. I ain't scared.
Oh my god, that is definitely one that I want to be in.
The hell of an existence I live.
I will live in a video game.
Throw me an Ironclad right now,
dude. It would be so sweet.
Oh man,
I'm here for it. All right, so that said, let's give our final takes on the Xbox and PlayStation acquisitions, kind of how things are going. What are your final thoughts before we wrap up here? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Do you think it will negatively or positively impact the community? Doodles, let's begin with you. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna start the tide off with my reckless optimism, which rarely shows up, and I'm gonna say hopefully they go with trend. And yeah, like I said before, I think we're gonna end up with more crossplay. I hope. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't with the grab, but hey, you know what? Maybe this is a plan for Xbox to negotiate the surrender of Spider-Man. Maybe Spider-Man's gonna be
my god, this is all Spider-Man. All of it.
Maybe it's all a ploy to rescue Spider-Man.
Sony. Disney's being held hostage now.
Maybe they're trying to rescue Spider-Man.
No, that would still be considered Sony.
It's y'all, I don't think this
maybe Xbox players will be able to play Spider-Man.
I do not think this has anything to do with Spidey directly, because that's when Disney gets involved, and Xbox ain't that. They're ballsy, but I don't think they're that ballsy.
Just wait till Walt buys you, Microsoft.
Even flirt with it.
Right.
Even though I know that Sony technically owns Spider-Man, but the fact that Disney has a half stake anywhere in that, like, I don't think Xbox would actually have the galls to go after anything Disney could touch. So I'm going to say it's not Disney related. So, or not Spidey related.
I don't think it'll happen. But
I would love
isn't that a fun thought? Isn't that a fun thought?
Love it. No, I would love that. I would love for it to end up meaning less exclusivity. Like if it comes down to it, where we as the gamers decide, like, hey guys, you guys are literally holding us hostage here. You got to open it up. Like it may open the world for more. You know?
Yeah. Put Bloodborne 2 on all consoles. Let's do it.
You know what? Give me Gears of War on PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Gears on PS5. You know what I mean? Like.
What about you, Jay? What are your thoughts on the matter? What do you think? Good, bad? What do you think is going to come of it?
I'm going to stay neutral and say I'm 50-50, because it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing on both parts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to knock it till the time comes where they start making these these changes. So I have to. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I can't say that this is a bad thing for Xbox, and I can't say this is a bad thing for Sony, or anything good could come from either or. I have to give them the benefit of the doubt until I see something. I have to stay reserved. I don't know, but that's just my personal feeling on it, because I want to say no to both and just let everything go to shit, but at the same time, I have to be able to like it, because I play with Bungie daily. I play with Activision daily. These two games I just happen to play, which are their biggest titles. So I have to stay neutral, not just because they might be watching, even though we know they're not, but just to be on the safe side. I love you both. I love you both equally.
That's fair. I'm down to give them benefit of the doubt. Did you have something more to add to that there, Scott?
I was just gonna say I agree. I'm just hoping that they are nice. We have to see where things kind of play out a little more. And all we have is the announcement, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right. And if you guys are gonna screw me over, at least lube it up first. That's all.
Right. On the bright side, I at least already have my PS5, so I just have to kind of save up and get an Xbox, I suppose, or hope that they continue to... No, that's a lie. Or a graphics card. But let's be honest here.
The way graphics cards are looking. Jesus Christ, man. Don't even get me started on that.
All right. I'll give my final thoughts. I really hope that this is a good thing. I hope that the entire acquisition was nothing more than to get rid of Bobby Kotick, which, again... I would not put it past Phil Spencer, because they didn't. I saw an article that said they didn't even flinch when making this acquisition. Like, I don't think it has to do with the games or their plans moving forward. I think they just were done dealing with that asshole. So that's my hope. That's and at the end of the day, as long as they keep things as multi-platform as possible, I do not see this necessarily being a bad thing. Nothing more than yet another monopoly. Disney.
I'm with it.
Anyway, so that's it. I think that covers pretty much everything that happened during our break. We covered everything in about an hour, and we skimmed a lot of it, because a lot of this we're going to be talking about. We're going to break some of those games down a little later on. I really want to break down Phoenix for you guys, kind of get into that, because you mentioned Dark Souls, and it is very similar. It's fun. I enjoy it. It is also the gayest game I have ever played. Not really. It's not the gayest game I've ever played, but there is a reason I say that. There's a reason I say that, and you're going to love me for it, Doodles. Trust me. I know. It's wonderful.
And you guys have to find out on the next episode of Button Mashing.
That game. Okay, like, you look so good. Sorry, Jay, what were you saying? Anyway.
No, I was saying that everyone else, if they want to find out what you mean by that, they have to tune in to the next episode of Button Mashing.
Do we want to do that one next week then? Because I'll have finished the story by then.
I recall a post where you were saying it is a masterpiece. How you can yeah,
I caught it.
The creative character is beautiful.
Like, you feel like a bi god, because I haven't been shy about the fact that I am bi. Like, and you can like the color palette that it uses and the design. Like, you just walk in, you're just like, oh my goodness, that person is bi. Like, that character is very clearly. It's very androgynous. I'll have to take pictures before the episode, because I gotta show you these outfits. It's great, and I love it. It's wonderful. So anyway, we'll get on that. We'll talk about some Dark Souls. We're gonna do some more story mode situations this season.
Oh, yeah.
It is going to be such a good season. In fact, you know what? Let's throw let's see. Do we have any banners we want to throw up? No, I think we're good. Guys, anything you guys want to announce? Any big plans this year for you before we go? Anything you want to plug?
No, I'm good for now.
Actually, yes, I actually do. I am actually getting ready to relaunch again of my channel, and this time it's called ETLT. It stands for Enjoy the Little Things. Okay. And I'm coming out with ETLT shirts. They're gonna have little autistic symbols on them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like that.
They're half of the proceeds are going to be going to development in autism. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Which also means I have to tone down a few things on my old channel there, because I can't be cussing on the channel if I'm trying to do something like that.
Something a little more wholesome and lighthearted. Yeah.
Right. But also my son's going to be involved in that, even though he doesn't know it. But because my son is autistic. So it's half of it's going toward autistic development and the other half is going toward his future. You know, so everything that I'm doing, that I'm trying to solidify with me being online, is practice for what I'm trying to do for my son for ETLT. So I'm looking real forward to getting that going sometime this year. You guys here at Butt Mashing will be the first to know, as long as you guys stay tuned here to watch Nate's Legend and the DaDewdlyDoo.
Yes, we will.
Amazing.
We'll keep you guys all up to date here on all things. You know, keep you guys any channel updates, whatever else. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, keep us posted on when all that launches. Before I give my little spiel, I just want to again point out and thank Chris Wilkerson for his wonderful art. A part of the pieces that he made for us. He also gifted me with this awesome piece as well.
I like that one.
So it's absolutely, he does some absolutely fantastic work. It's vinyl pressing, vinyl heat pressing. So real high quality stuff. If you get the chance, go check him out as well. Really, really good stuff. Other than that,
thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you, and we look forward to having the art on display. And also, I have spoken with him about potentially some giveaways. So we're going to see what we can do in that regard as well. So if you like these, keep your eyes on the channel. I have some things ready to roll for us. Again, this is one of my favorite styles. So other than that, I'm Nate's Legend. Guys, it's been an absolute blast. Thank you again so much for allowing us to just come blast some video games in your ears for a little bit. If you have any games that you're hoping to hear from us, if you want us to play a game, if you want us to cover something, please let us know. Drop it in a comment, send us a message, anything. You've got to be kidding me.
We almost made it.
You almost made it. We almost got
it. By the way, everyone listening to the audio version later, this is a camera thing.
This is a camera issue. My camera keeps going out because I use my phone's camera and it keeps like closing the app and I need to figure something out. All right, y'all. Nonetheless, okay, I'm not doing anything special personally. I don't stream or anything, but you can definitely catch me here. We have so much that we're going to do. If there's any games you want to play, hit us up or want us to talk about. That's what we do. We talk about games. That's all we're going to do this season. It's just talk about games. So name a game. We'll see if we can throw it in there, see if we can play it. Other than that, we love to hear from you guys. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Y'all want anything else?
I think it is.
Good. Oh, you know what we should do? We should throw our names up before we go. Bye, everybody. All right, guys. There we go. Everybody, seriously, it's been a pleasure. I know we're kind of spacey at this point, but seriously,
I'm playing Dark Souls right now.
Yeah, he's already started the games up. He wants us to go that bad. Seriously, thank you all so much. Please take care of your mental health, and as always, keep gaming.